Homemade fishing bait, legal recipes, banned ingredients, and the laws every angler should know. The best legal homemade fishing baits are pack bait, made with creamed corn, oatmeal, and Kool-Aid for carp. Cured chicken liver with garlic powder for channel catfish, blue catfish, and flathead catfish. And cornmeal-based dough bait for both. Never use poisons, pesticides, or other stupefying substances because doing so is illegal nationwide and can carry federal felony charges. Always check your state's list of banned bait species and lead tackle rules before you fish. Before you mix anything in your kitchen, you need to know the rules. Every year, anglers across the country face fines, gear confiscation, and even criminal charges for using the wrong bait, sometimes without ever realizing they broke a law. This guide covers what actually works, what's banned, and what can land you in serious legal trouble. The poison bait problem. There's a strange corner of the internet devoted to homemade fish bait made from toxic household chemicals. People mixing pesticides, poisons, and industrial compounds into concoctions designed to stun or kill fish. To be absolutely clear, this is illegal everywhere in the United States, ecologically devastating, and dangerous to the person handling it. Under Maine law, it's unlawful to take or destroy fish using an explosive, poisonous, or stupefying substance, and every other state has similar statutes. Penalties range from a few $100s in fines up to federal felony charges carrying 5 years in prison. Documented poison bait chemicals include organophosphates, carbamates, anticoagulant rodenticides, zinc phosphide, and strychnine. These aren't fishing tools, they're environmental weapons that don't target one species. They eliminate everything in the water and everything downstream of it, leave that world behind entirely, and focus on what actually works legally, safely, and effectively. Know the law before you fish. The legal landscape around homemade bait catches a lot of anglers off guard. At the federal level, the Lacey Act prohibits transporting illegally harvested fish and dozens of species classified as injurious wildlife across state lines, while the Magnuson-Stevens Act governs fishery management in federal waters. The Aquatic Nuisance Species Task Force, a federal body that coordinates invasive species prevention across agencies, also issues guidance that shapes many state bait regulations. But the regulations that affect you most directly come from your state. If you like what you're hearing so far, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out. Every state maintains its own list of what you can and can't use as bait. Florida, black bass, peacock bass, or any part of them are prohibited as bait. Live goldfish and carp are also banned. Maine. Pickerel, goldfish, yellow perch, bass, sunfish, crappie, and any spiny-finned fish can't be used as bait, alive or dead. Arkansas. Game fish or their parts cannot be used as bait. These restrictions exist for critical reasons, preventing invasive species including Asian carp species like silver carp and bighead carp, which have devastated Midwestern river systems, stopping the spread of fish diseases like viral hemorrhagic septicemia, or VHS, and protecting fragile predator-prey relationships. VHS is a highly contagious viral disease that can be transported between water bodies on bait fish, which is one of the main reasons states regulate bait species so aggressively. It's not just about which species you use either. Chumming, scattering bait material into the water to attract fish, is restricted or outright banned in many freshwater jurisdictions and even some saltwater areas. In certain coastal regions, chumming near beaches is banned because it conditions sharks to associate humans with food. The lead tackle crackdown. Lead tackle regulation has been evolving fast. Maine banned the sale of bare leadhead jigs in 2016 and their use in 2017. In June 2023, Governor Janet Mills signed LD 958, extending the ban to painted lead jigs. Sale was prohibited starting September 2024, with a use ban taking effect in September 2026. New Hampshire prohibits lid sinkers up to 1 ounce and lead jigs up to 1 inch. Minnesota has allocated $1 million for a lead tackle reduction program and runs a rebate offering 45% back on lead-free tackle purchases. The reason, lead sinkers and jigs rank among the leading causes of death for adult common loons. The Congressional Sportsmen's Foundation has pushed back, arguing bans should only be considered when there's irrefutable evidence of population-level impact. But the trend toward restriction is unmistakable and more states are following it, what you should actually be using. Here's a breakdown of homemade bait that's legal, effective, and easy to make. Pack bait. The simplest recipe you'll find: dump a can of creamed corn into a bucket, add a packet of Kool-Aid and a small splash of water, mix. Then slowly stir in 2.5 to 3 pounds of old-fashioned oatmeal until everything is evenly coated. Seal the bucket for 20 to 30 minutes to let the liquid soak in. Pack bait works because it binds hard enough to survive a cast but breaks down quickly in water, creating a pile of food around your hook while releasing a scent trail that pulls carp in from a distance. For a panko-based version, mix breadcrumbs with 2 packages of Jell-O, a can of corn, and a can of hominy by hand, seal the bucket, and wait 15 to 20 minutes. Chicken liver catfish bait, the go-to for catfish anglers. And it works across all 3 major species: channel catfish, blue catfish, and flathead catfish. Start with 1 pound of fresh, uncooked chicken liver, firm, bright reddish brown with minimal discoloration. Mix in half a cup of all-purpose flour as a binder and 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Garlic isn't just a kitchen staple. Its sulfur compounds mimic natural prey odors, and biologists have confirmed fish respond strongly to it. For a longer-lasting version, cure the livers by layering them with kosher salt, garlic powder, and onion powder in a container. Cured livers keep several days refrigerated. Best technique: a circle hook with no weights, cast near submerged trees or brush. Circle hooks are worth using here specifically because they're designed to hook fish in the corner of the mouth, significantly reducing gut hooking compared to treble hooks, and making catch and release cleaner when you're after blue or flathead catfish that you want to put back. Stink bait and blood bait. If you're targeting channel catfish in particular, stink bait and blood bait deserve their own section. They're major bait categories that a lot of homemade recipes overlook. For a basic stink bait, combine cut shad or chicken gizzards with garlic powder and a splash of anise oil. Seal the mixture in a Ziploc bag and leave it in the sun for 24 to 48 hours. The fermentation process creates the powerful, pungent odor that channel catfish key in on. Use a sponge hook or treble hook to hold the soft mixture. Blood bait is simpler: fresh chicken blood or beef blood mixed with flour until it firms up enough to stay on a treble hook. Both baits work best in slow or still water where the scent cloud can settle and spread. Dough bait. The Missouri Department of Conservation publishes a recipe combining cornmeal, flour, a can of cream soda, and vanilla extract or garlic powder into a wet dough. Texas Parks and Wildlife offers a carp-specific version: 1.5 cups yellow cornmeal, 2 tablespoons quick-cooking oatmeal, 1 tablespoon sugar, and 1 cup cold water cooked over medium heat while stirring constantly for 5 to 7 minutes until it forms a stiff ball. For catfish dough bait, blend dried bread with peanut butter, honey, garlic, onion powder, liquid smoke, and flour. Form marble-sized balls, and you're ready to fish. Why scent matters. What makes all of these recipes work comes down to scent. Fish have a sense of smell roughly 1,000 times more sensitive than humans. And the most effective natural attractants are garlic, fish oil, cod liver oil, anise oil, and amino acids. Cod liver oil smells like a dying fish, exactly what predators like bass and catfish are hunting for. On the flip side, unnatural scents like sunscreen, gasoline, or insect repellent on your hands will actively repel fish. Wash your hands before handling any bait. Disposal rules you can't ignore. Never dump unused live bait into a body of water. In most states, it's illegal to release bait into a water body or transfer aquatic animals between water bodies. Dispose of unwanted minnows, leeches, and worms in the trash. Clean all visible aquatic plants and organisms from your boat and trailer before leaving any water access. And drain your bilge, live well, and bait well. These aren't suggestions. In Washington state alone, violating aquatic invasive species transport laws carries a maximum penalty of 1 year in jail and $5,000 in fines. A trend worth watching. An organization called Upstream Policies, founded in 2023, has been pushing to ban all live bait nationwide under the banner of invasive species prevention. Bills have already been proposed in Colorado, Delaware, New Hampshire, and New York. Whether or not you agree with the effort, it's a reminder that bait regulations are actively changing. Frequently asked questions. What is the best homemade bait for catfish? Cured chicken liver is the top choice and works for channel catfish, blue catfish, and flathead catfish. Layer firm, uncooked liver with kosher salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, refrigerate to cure. Then fish it on a circle hook with no weight near submerged trees or brush. What is the best homemade bait for carp? pack bait made from creamed corn, a packet of Kool-Aid, and 2.5 to 3 pounds of old-fashioned oatmeal. It binds well enough to survive a cast, then slowly breaks apart underwater to release a scent trail. Is it illegal to use poison or chemicals as fish bait? Yes, everywhere in the United States. Using explosives, poisons, or stupefying substances to take fish is illegal under state law and can carry penalties from a few $100s up to federal felony charges and 5 years in prison. Can I use live goldfish or carp as bait? Not in most states. Florida, for example, prohibits live goldfish and carp as bait, and many other states ban specific game fish species outright. Asian carp species like silver carp and bighead carp are banned as bait in virtually every state where they're present. Always check your state's current bait species list. Why is garlic used in homemade fish bait? Garlic's sulfur compounds mimic the odor of natural prey, and fish with a sense of smell around 1,000 times more sensitive than a human's respond strongly to it. Is chumming legal? It depends on where you are. Chumming is restricted or banned in many freshwater jurisdictions and some saltwater areas, including certain coastal zones where it's banned specifically to avoid conditioning sharks to associate humans with food. Can I dump leftover live bait into the water? No, it's illegal in most states to release bait into a water body or move aquatic animals between water bodies. Beyond the legal issue, doing so risks spreading invasive species and diseases like viral hemorrhagic septicemia. Throw unused minnows, leeches, and worms in the trash and clean your boat and trailer before leaving any water access. Circle hooks or treble hooks for catfish bait. For most live or cut bait presentations, circle hooks are the better choice. They hook fish in the corner of the mouth, reduce gut hooking, and make release easier. Treble hooks are typically used for soft baits like stink bait and blood bait, where you need multiple points to hold the bait on the hook. Bottom line, you don't need toxic chemicals, illegal substances, or banned materials to catch fish. A can of creamed corn, some oatmeal, a pack of chicken livers, garlic powder, and a bag of cornmeal will outperform anything cooked up in a chemistry lab. Check your state's regulations before every trip. The rules do change. Fish smart, fish legal, and the water will be there for the next generation of anglers. If this guide helped you out, drop a like and subscribe for more no-nonsense fishing tips, bait recipes, and regulation updates.